What's up, YouTube? I'm Neil Hamilton, and welcome to another edition of Get Technical. Big special guest for you today. The man. Hey, let me do the reveal. I've been waiting all my life for this.
Ash Ketchum.
You're so out of left field. It's insane. JC Perez of All-Star Charts, the man of technical analysis, where I first learned everything, will be on the show today. We're also going to hit some picks. Some of this. Is Power Hour still on?
Yes, sir.
Let's raid them. Do they have a guest that we're going to offend if we raid them?
Yes, sir.
Who is it?
It's actually, we have a Cleveland Cavaliers executive on with the esports entertainment CEO, because they just announced like a partnership deal. I guess somehow they're integrating the esports with the Cavaliers.
Is it this? It's GMBL.
Yeah, but we're here. We're here.
Okay, one more question about this.
One more question.
The Cavs are one of the first NBA teams you're working with on this?
Rez does a great job,
first
doesn't
team
he?
to sign, absolutely. No, one of them.
Wow.
The first. So we have talked to other teams, just the Cavs really embraced the concept.
Wow. That's awesome. When I interviewed you guys last, I don't know if I mentioned it.
See, this is terrible for anyone who tried to escape
I
Power Hour. And then they
I
come
feel like
here,
I must have, because I have a
back into Power Hour.
with the owner, Dan Gilbert, and I've been to several, this. When I was there when the Cavs beat Golden State in whatever year that was, 2000 something. I was there for the championship. And the whole
Jason was there for the championship.
I'm excited that this is the first deal that you guys launched. We're going to document it and the whole growth, because Cavs are we're part of the family of companies. Cavs are part of that as well. So it's very exciting.
I love sports.
Team that you announced a deal with, and I had no idea. So I must have
mentioned
the Cavs, but I had no idea.
Believe it.
It was all subliminal.
Well, potentially you teed up the deal. We just didn't know.
Exactly.
Dude, look at this guy's background,
I know, his
AB.
green screen stopped working. I don't know what happened.
Hey,
Or are you talking about the Cavs guy? He's got a cool background,
I mean, this is
4 months ago. I mentioned
it's supposed to be like a green screen or something with all the sports logos behind him, but I don't know what happened.
seen him come in a little bit here around the edges.
Yeah, I see the Philadelphia Eagles. What is the thing called above Matt O'Brien's head? Like the old time scaly thing?
A scale.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
I know. So this is very exciting.
I like it. I want one. I wonder if he's a man of justice.
What about
That's
this?
why he has a
What
scale.
is the old timey calculator thing called with like the things that go across the bars?
By asking me, you made me forget. An hibiscus. A hibiscus.
I knew you
An
would know.
abacus. That's it.
I call it the thing behind the thing.
For some reason, you seem like the guy that would know what that is called.
English major, baby.
Feeding this into like 10 different brokerage.
I've got a lot of words.
Do you know Luke is an English minor?
Cavs are the thing on the front end that people have such loyal.
Was he really?
Loyal.
He says so.
That's BS.
For the team, and now they get
Complete
to go
BS.
play, do commerce together, and all those.
Oh, look, now his logos are starting to come in a little bit.
Very excited.
Right at the end.
Grant, we're so happy we found you. We had a search party.
All right, should we get in the once they hop off? Should we get in
Get in? I mean, we're live and we're streaming right now.
I meant get in the Power Hour one. And say, hey.
Our next show.
Oh, maybe, yeah. All right, Nate, I think I just saw your question. Does anyone have a price target for AQMS in Power Hour? So let's do that. I asked, should we start Get Technical, and no one has answered.
During season, before games, off
season. We'll look at AQMS right now. We'll let these gentlemen. You know what they need to call it instead of Zinger Nation? They should call it Bloviation Nation. All right. So SXC is doing what I want it to do. So just keep that on your radar, guys. SXC SunCoke. SunCoke. Oh god, it's the perfect formation. This is exactly the type of stock I like to be trading. It's not. Oh wait, yeah, it is load in. This is just gets thrown off for some reason. Why is it all funky? This line will not stay anchored where I want it. STC. It's a work of art.
STC.
Thank you, Nate. Know that your loyalty will be rewarded with time, my minions. Boss Coffee. Glad you made it out alive to tell the tale. What's up, AO? Okay, we're gonna look at AQMS, but just keep like I want to talk about SXC because damn, let's go. All right, that means that I think it'll go up a lot. We've got Slava Dabadoo in the house, head of the Benzinga news desk. We got news coming straight from the head of the Benzinga news desk. AQMS. Sheesh. All right, we're on the weekly right now. I'm going to keep it that way, all right? Actually, no. So we're in a good position here. I like that. We're on top of that young 65 exponential moving average on the weekly. Let's switch over to day. Below it here, that's going to be an important point to cross. I mean, we're already breaking out, baby. AQMS. Let's take a look. I want to get my the Leduc on here. Look at that. If any of you guys watched yesterday, we had Samantha Leduc on the show, and she taught us about how she uses the 10-week exponential moving average on all of her charts, no matter what the time frame is. Maybe not all of them, but she's using the weekly no matter what time frame she's looking at. So I like that. And look, man, at this AQMS going right up to that. That is the 10-week, so use that thing. What is the price target for AQMS? I didn't say a price target. Did someone else give you a price target?
The moon.
Nice. Nice, dude. All right, so let's see if we can get a trend line in here. No, I don't like that. Let's use the more recent. Let's use this. Young line. Try to cut right through that breakout. I actually wouldn't have been mad about that. Maybe anchor it on this one, though. Makes a little more sense. What I'm doing, I'm drawing a sloping line of resistance for the majority of this downward trend on the daily chart for AQMS. It's this blue line. I just held down, I think it's control, so it would like kind of stick to the top of these two candles. I did this green one and then this red one because it really pokes up. To show where we got this. I mean, there's a couple ways you can look at this. This is really just a V bottom reversal, bringing us out. And then once we broke out of that support or broke out of that resistance, it was actually an okay time to enter, as long as everything else was looking good. But it would seem that this stock has popped on news, as stocks are one to do, for a pretty big spike of 22%. You see that? The EMAs I'm using are the 10-week and the 65-day. Tony.
Sheesh.
And just for you know, I just got to satisfy the old school, the OGs, by using the 50 and the 20.
Hey, Rohan's here.
Hey,
Oh, he left us.
There's no news? Wait, Brent, I thought Brent dropped some stuff in here. Oh, okay. No, he's I just put it up there and I was like, Brent's got news. And the news is their spokesperson said there's no news. Chat rooms. Telegram.
That's what's so funny. Every time like people would reach out to GameStop or AMC in the initial, they'd be like, we do not know why the stock is going up.
Right. Here's what I'll do to placate you guys. Wants to see, what do you want, the 9 SMA or the 9 EMA?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Here, let me hack the matrix real quick so we can add that.
This is by far the most impressive thing that I've maybe ever seen anyone do.
Okay, all right, thanks, man.
At least here at Benzinga, because I don't know what's going on.
We need to get you a raise. Has anyone told you that lately? Gotta start working on that.
You get paid?
I think they pay me in chicken wings.
Oh.
Which I'm fine with. So I'm adding SMA 9, and which is simple moving average for 9 periods. And I'm adding the EMA 9.
So this is the code room where Neil actually created the Benzinga Pro platform. And he's just going into the the coding, programming matrix.
This is
doing some configurations. Oh, thank you, Brent.
What did Brent say?
He said push my mic a little bit closer. He said he was using this mic a couple years ago, or not years, sorry, weeks. And you got to get pretty close to it. But now I don't know if I want to be that close to it.
I was gonna say, how recent
Brent's
was
been
that?
this close to it.
Okay, I just added the 9 for the one person in chat that wanted to see it.
Tony said he wanted the 9 EMA.
Well, you got both, buddy.
BT dubs.
Tony
from Toledo. I don't think I told Tony, but I drove through Toledo on my way up here to... I actually don't know if I actually drove through Toledo. Maybe by it.
What were you doing? That was on your way up here from San Luis?
From Missouri. Yeah.
So there you go. You got the young... Wait, what is that like reddish one? Hold on. Oh, it's... Wait, the 10-week... Oh, the color changed on me. That's why. Because I remade this. I made this pinkish purple for Leduc. Wait, what? Why is it not configured right?
I mean, you wrote the code. You would know better than I do.
No, I broke my indicator. What is this other one?
Is that the Leduc?
Oh, I made the Leduc separate. Okay, that's why. All right, get that out of here. Okay, you almost broke my Leduc, dude. All right. I mean, here's the... I mean, it's right up in there. You got your 9 EMA, friend. So yeah, I hope this brings you pleasure. At any rate, sheesh, what a breakout. Dang, I don't know how you really get behind that other than being in the right chat room or Telegram at the right time. That's all I got to say about that.
Those are some serious allegations over there, Mr. Hamilton.
Are they?
No.
All right, then we'll also pull out some pivots and see where we're going to hit resistance on AQMS. Okay, so I guess the task at hand that I've been given is to come up with a price target. So I'm just going to use the Fibonacci. I'm going to anchor the first point of my Fibonacci retracement tool on the swing high on the daily chart from April 27th, and then anchor the low point on the Fibonacci on the swing low, which is the lowest point the stock has hit since then. And it lines up pretty nicely with these two moving averages. Hey, guys, big surprise. Price target for AQMS is the previous high.
Whoa. We've heard that before on the show.
Make sure to hit the like button if you love the tips and trading education that you are getting on this show. Only here at Get Technical will we use the Fibonacci tool just to find where the previous high was. I mean, you're going to run into resistance to the previous high. That's all there is to it. So if I was like the Momo guys from Atlas, I think what they would be doing is they would be looking at the price structure at this high and then setting an alert. I think they're using TOS, Thinkorswim. I'm just using TradingView. Set a price alert there. I want to know when. I always set 2 because I don't like to get faked out by like little wicks. if when this thing breaks out above or hits this level. If it breaks out above this level, then you're looking at the next level, which is probably this one. That's aggressive. If I go down to a smaller time frame, you're going to find more targets before that. So super aggressive is that. How do I want to do this? Yeah, I'll just look at like let's look at the 4 hour probably.
And guys, if you're getting value about how Neil's breaking down these charts, smash that like, share the stream, tell your friends about the stream. If you want to learn how to break down charts, especially with a great guest like we have coming up,
the man himself,
Mr. JC Perez.
So that's how I would do it. Is I would set those price alerts. You're looking at previous levels of resistance. Nothing terribly clear here. Really, what this kind of looks like is what you're seeing with over the past week. I would say like actual 7 days, like not like trading session days. This is pretty much what you're seeing with almost every cryptocurrency. Is a V-shaped reversal or a V bottom, which looks like that. If that makes sense. So what you're getting is the trading is doing like this. And then it's tightening up, and then there's usually one candle that shoots down, usually on the daily, like far down. And that's like you know that it's about to reverse. That's like the pivot on this thing. It's almost like I don't know. I kind of think of it like a golf tee, and like what's on the golf tee is the chart, and then it's pivoting to the other side. And then what you get is some more trading like this that's going to set up a shelf for you. And then the breakout from that shelf is another entry point. V bottoms. Everything has been reversing cup and handle. Okay. All right, guys, let's look at SXC. SXC, it's not breaking out to the same magnitude as this one, but this was my pick from, I don't know when, over the past 2 days.
Yeah, I think we first brought it up on Tuesday's stream.
Okay, so from Tuesday, over the past 2 days, it's up 10.4%. No surprise after bouncing off that young 10-week exponential moving average. Why do I like this stock? Well, it's in a good sector. It's the thing behind the thing. Coking coal is used for the manufacture of steel, and steel's been doing all right. Overall, though, looking at just the price structure here on the monthly, we see that we've got a double bottom. We love double bottoms here at Get Technical. Why? Because that allows you to get in at the beginning of new trends. We are trend traders here, and we want to get in as early as possible. When do trends start? When do uptrends start? At the end of a downtrend. Downtrend. Establish a little fake out. Could have traded that for sure. Little V bottom. Remember that? Hey, let me do a little thing. Remember that drawing that I just did? What was the stock?
AQMS.
AQMS. I just said AQML.
Yeah, that's not it.
AQMS.
No, hit Alt 4 to go back.
Who said that?
Tony.
Nice, Tony.
Oh, Cameron said we first brought up SXC on Monday.
Okay.
May be true.
Yeah, someone tweeted that they bought options on Monday because they were watching the show. Which I hope those are going well for you, because if you got the right ones, today's volatility is great. Yesterday's and today's. Look at the V bottom. Imprint this in your minds. Now let's go back to SXC, which we love for a multitude of reasons. And let's look at the beginning, or the first butt cheek on our double bottom, and it's looking like the same. Remember, it's got that downward, and then it's got a 1 day, in this case is a month, but I'm sure we can find a day that does the same, that really shoots down like the T, and then it goes up, and you got your shelf right here. Entry point for breakout, baby. God, I love it. I love it so much. All right, so we're looking at SunCoke. Why? Because it's a double bottom reversal happening right before our eyes. This is like catching evolution happening before your eyes. This is like visiting the Galapagos Islands and watching the finch, the endangered finches on the Galapagos Islands changing their beak structure and their feathers and stuff so that some can eat nuts and crack them open and other ones are able to get into holes in trees and take the little grubs or insects out. And they change so quickly that we're actually watching evolution in motion. We're watching that right here with SunCoke. It's a sexy SXC.
And this show is brought to you by Charles Darwin.
So yeah, guys, look at this. Getting stopped right out. We're on the monthly. The 65 EMA is the resistance here on the monthly candles. Let's get down to the day. Today was a big spike, and you know what? Let's look at it from a daily analysis perspective. I'm going to grab my Ray tool. I'm going to anchor the first one at this high, the pivot before this little corrective phase, and the next one there. When the stock today crossed to that line, that would have been a nice, tasty little safe-ish entry. And you would have set your stop loss just below that line of former resistance, now support. We are officially broken out with this stock. It is above the previous swing high here. I do believe, and you can see these yellow dotted lines. These are my price alerts. I am watching this thing like a hawk. I'm scaled in now. I've put in the first like 10% of the amount that I normally put in. So I put like, what did I do? I don't know. I put like $300 in here. And as the days go on, if as long as we're not too overbought and we're still getting good volume and we're not looking like we're going to get absolutely rejected, I'll scale in and scale in and scale in and scale in. Why? Because baby, this isn't just a little bar that's going to spike up because some big brother figure told you it would on some social media channel, right? This isn't just some cutesy little stock that no one's ever heard of that some guy with a beard in a Ferrari said that you should definitely get into, and then he's probably going to sell when you and all your buddies do. We're in here for the long haul, baby. We shall see. We shall see. Well, if we measure this thing out, where are we getting to? Where are we at today? We're basically right here. Getting up to this middle of the double, or as we call it, Le Crevasse. That's 72%.
Whoa.
Baby.
I was trying to do the math in my head, and I was going to guess 80. So,
but for full resolution, Aaron, for full resolution of this thing, getting up to these prior highs, that's like
200%.
177%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll take those all day.
Yeah, all day. I love it, and what's great about this is if it establishes a trend, it's a stock that's got that trend behind it in these uncertain times that you can day trade, baby. If you want to get your scalp on, do it. All right, guys. So that's it for SXC. That's my pitch. That's my stock pitch. What do you guys want to see? We can look at cryptos. We can look at stocks. I was in QTUM. I got stopped out earlier. I set it way too tight. I've been setting my stops for almost everything at 2%. Got stopped out, but I can see right off the giddy that it's getting caught. Let me turn off this.
Is this a crypto real quick, Neil?
Yeah, Quantum by US dollar crypto. I got stopped out on this one when it came back down past the 65 day moving average. I entered when it broke above that, but that's okay. That's okay. I still like it. I might get into it. Okay. That's right, Ruel. That is right. Looking. Oh, what else? I want to go back to our May picks because some of you guys watching the show had some picks that I wanted to follow up on. So let's do that first. Was it Cressy? I feel like Cressy. Yeah. Okay. So someone had Cressy. This is looking like it might be doing something. All right. Why do we like this? What?
Is this a OTC or another crypto?
I don't know. It's a REIT, I think.
Oh.
Wait, no. Is it a REIT? I don't know what it is, dude. It's just a thing. And
it's got a chart, though. That's all we need.
Yeah. So what do we got here? We got a nice rounding bottom, and a lot of traders like to use the golden cross when the 50-day crosses above the 200-day moving average, and we've got that right here. So that would have been a cool little entry point if you had conviction in this stock. Really low price one. If whoever picked this one is here, give me a 1 in chat, or just say hi, or like do that little okay sign emoji. So I'll just leave that up. I mean, I still feel the same way about this one. Look at this. I mean, the whole thing with the purple and the yellow lines is those are our lines of support for upward trends. So entry is a bounce, a confirmed bounce. It's one thing to touch it, but it's another thing to actually start going up a bit after that. And when we see that, we enter on these and ride them up. Big breakout to happen after it gets past about $7.80. I hope AMC goes to 30 tomorrow. I think a lot of people hope that. Looking at AMC, what is this stock? I've never heard of it.
I don't know, but I just spent all my money buying puts because I figure, like, hey, if it's gone up 100%, then it's got to go back down, right?
Careful what you say. Careful what you say. I think.
Full disclosure, that was a joke.
Okay. All right, yeah, you're playing with fire. All right, check out DOV. Let's get DOV. Did we only look at this like recently?
DOV.
And then we'll look at the big FANG stocks, Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft.
Maybe we should do that with our guest. I know JC likes a lot of those big blue chip.
JC doesn't care. Like it doesn't like if there's a line, like JC will have something to say about it. But AB, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You seem nonplussed.
No, you know.
Oh Jesus, this is a creepy song.
The creepy song?
Yeah, well, it has like it starts off with like a baby singing, and then there's a gunshot. I just want to remove it from the playlist. All right, so looking at DOV, so probably what you're looking at, dog with toupee, is this impulse and then some loss of momentum here, forming a little corrective phase. We kind of broke out of. We didn't break out totally in force, but we got a gap up here. I mean, this is actually. I mean, how were you doing it, dog with toupee? Did you anchor your trend line like this, or did you go like one of these?
Is Miles here? Oh, he's here.
Yeah. But we don't call him that.
Oh yeah.
I
don't want to dox him.
I mean, look, man, it gapped up. It's well above the 65 and the 10 week. There's not huge volume today, which is surprising given the gap. But it's got time to go before it's overbought. I don't know what is this? Is this steel or something? Yeah, industrial machinery. Yeah, I remember this one. This one should be on the list. You like
the toupee's always giving us some good value stocks, right?
He's a trader.
Through and through.
Yep, he's a real trader. Oh, it also got an analyst upgrade, guys. Yeah, the trend is amazing. Oh yeah, so just pointing out the strong trend here. Why is this trend amazing? Well, look at the last time it touched the 10 week. Look like it's gonna come down a little bit. Nope, gaps up, and then comes back down just to check in. Just checking on mom. You know, love you, but I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. Goes back to college. So I mean, yeah, dude. This is a strong upward trending stock. This is exactly the type of stuff that I like to be looking at. So these 3 points are what I'm going to use. I'm going to draw a parallel channel on this. And then bring that to the actually, I'll bring it to this high. I'm using this high for the upper side of that channel. And you can see just by using these 3 points, it makes it easy when there's like 3 points that are very obviously lining up. Also set your sloping line of support for this low. And then I don't want to get too messy with this. Let me delete. Oh shit. Let me delete the green thing. Approaching that mean in the channel would be really, really nice. Let's see how this looks on the Bollinger Band. We have crossed above the 20, so no problem whatsoever. Very simply, modestly, being humble and letting the market work for us in targeting the upper end or the upper side of that Bollinger Band. It's a modest 1.94, guys. but you know, it's not about that length like that. It's more about like your charisma, you know, your attitude. So yeah, looking great. All right, let's hit a couple more. Let's hit one more, and then we're bringing on our
we got to stop bloviating. It's 134. All right, one more real quick.
Yeah, well, I want to hit MSFT. What was the question? Oh, is it bull flagging? Or wait, is it a bear flag?
Talk about a bear trap. No, I don't know.
I don't know what it's doing. It just doesn't have a lot of strength. It looks like, so if you look at the 4 hour, you can get a better look at this. Let me delete everything else. If you just want to treat this just purely based on price structure, you have a double bottom coming down out of this really short-term trend. Aaron, what are you laughing about?
You'll see in a sec. Hold on.
Shit.
I'm getting kicked out of the studio, but
unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, it didn't fully resolve this little double here. I just see weakness. That's it. I don't know about like a bear flag or anything like that. It just looks real weak. Scott V, any hot picks? Rewind the video. All right. Producer AB is getting kicked out ostensibly. Let's bring on our guest for the day, JC Perez.
JC.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
Good. You know, looking at charts, listening to music.
Is that a Fibonacci number on your hat?
That is the golden ratio, my friend. The golden ratio.
That's a cool hat.
It's good stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know, we use this math all the time in the market. My winery in Napa Valley, we use the same math to blend the wines. I'm making a Super Tuscan sort of style with Cabernet Sauvignon and Sangiovese. So it's going to be 61.8% Cabernet Sauvignon, 38.2% Sanjo.
That's so cool. That is so cool. Also so nerdy. Also
gotta do it. Somebody's got to do it.
All right, cool. So what I was thinking for today, JC, I love following you on Twitter because you put up charts that are just charts. They're not like claims or anything. It's just like, here's a screen capture of a chart. And then sometimes people love it and it's a revelation for them. And then sometimes other people are like, all right, who are you working for? You know, like, what is this? Who are you shilling for? So I'm going to do a little screen share really quick. Oh, hold on. Look, we got a new producer, AB. It's producer AT.
What's up? How's it going?
Good. How are you? All right, he's gone. Back in your box. All right, so let's get the Twitter up here. All right, so JC, Mr. Parets. First off, for those that don't know you, now they know you have a vineyard and wine that is based on the Fibonacci. What else do you do? What else are you out there doing?
We're looking for opportunities. We're looking for trends in anywhere in the world. And the beauty of it is that there's always new trends. So like, you know, a lot of people like feel like, oh my God, I missed that. The one thing the market guarantees, and it don't guarantee much, but the one thing it does is that there will be more opportunities. That's the beauty of this. So it's our job to find them. So we literally rip through 5,000 charts a week at least. And we have an army of brilliant analysts all over the world that are helping me do that and are building charts and ripping through their own charts and showing me the best ones. Like, I got a constant flow of the best charts in the world 24/7, literally, because we got guys in New Zealand, Moscow, India, California. So it's literally running around the clock. And the sleep habits over there are out of control, but whatever, that's another story. So needless to say, I'm looking through a lot of charts. So people pay us to tell them what we're seeing in those charts and sort of present them with the data so that they could do whatever they need to do. And we tell them what we're doing. And that works out really well. So it's really anybody who needs to put money to work on a regular basis comes to us. Anybody from an individual investor managing their own portfolios to the biggest banks and hedge funds in the world, S&P 500 companies come to us, to help hedge with their corn and soybeans, whatever. Yeah.
JC, I wonder about that. Do like big corporations that have like large financial departments and a lot of money in their coffers, are they coming to you to like find ways to grow their money based on technical
Of
analysis?
course, you kidding me? Of course, no doubt about it. It's, you got coffee hedgers in Colombia. I mean, everywhere, everybody around the world. I mean, I personally don't help anybody trade milk futures in New Zealand, but if somebody needed help with that, they can call me and we'll talk through it, and we'll talk about the milk futures in New Zealand. I mean, I'm down with that. I currently don't do that. We do the analysis on them, for example. We do the analysis on everything. Jira futures, cardamom futures. We're looking at interest rates all over the world, and there's great information there, right? Like, we live in America, but we're looking at credit spreads in Europe that are giving us information as to whether the markets are putting risk on or they're taking risk off the table. And you can see that in European credit, for example. So if you're not looking at those markets, even if you're not, I don't trade European credit markets. Like, are you kidding? I'm probably never going to trade those. But it's a source of information, good information too.
Yep. So you're looking at everything to understand what's going on with what you're actually going to invest or trade in.
All breadth. I mean, we're doing breadth analysis on German indexes. Like,
wait, what?
Really deep into the weeds.
What is breadth analysis? What do you mean by that? You're making sure the Germans aren't drinking beer while they're working?
I can't help. If that's what they're doing, I can't help them there.
They're doing it.
To each his own. I don't judge. I'm a champagne for breakfast guy. I mean, only when I'm on vacation, I don't drink champagne for breakfast. Today, for example, unfortunately, if I'm drinking champagne for breakfast, it's a good day. Anyway, that's another story. Breath.
Breath. Breath.
Right?
BREADTH. Breath.
Breath. Right. So
I thought you meant like
stock market. People forget it's a market of stocks.
Yep.
There are 500 stocks in the S&P 500, like 503 or something like that, right? But
I don't know.
The point is, there's 2,000 stocks in the Russell 2000. There's 30 stocks in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Those indexes are driven by those components. So we do a sum of the parts analysis. If you want to know where the Dow Jones Industrial Average is going, just go look at the trends of those 30 stocks. Are more of them going up, or more of them going down, or are they going sideways? That's going to give you a lot of information as to the next direction of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And then we can aggregate that data so we can see how many stocks are making new highs. For example, the NASDAQ has been deteriorating for months, right? Even when it was still making new highs, even last month, I think it ticked a new high. There were no new highs. Like, the index may have ticked a new high, but there were no stocks making new highs. The advanced decline line, for example, has been declining in the NASDAQ for a while. You're also seeing, like in the small caps, you're seeing an expansion of new lows, new 63-day lows. You're also seeing an expansion of new lows in the NASDAQ. So those are definitely the weaker areas. So what that's suggesting is not only has breadth been deteriorating in those areas, but downside breadth expansion is now showing up as well. So in order for the indexes themselves to roll over, you need an expansion of stocks making new lows, right? It's just math. So we watch those expansions, and it's just a great tell for the overall markets, because the breadth is what drives the indexes. But you're going to see it in the breadth before you see it in the indexes.
Do you see? Are there any indexes where you see strength?
Yeah, like the value areas, right? Particularly around the world, things that have to do with materials and financials and energy. So if we get a correction in this market this summer, which is certainly possible, if we were to get that, we want to be focusing on buying value stocks, and then on any strength, selling that growth. We want nothing to do with that space.
Okay. Okay, that's great. And I think people that have been watching this for a while have certainly been finding a lot of safety and profit in value stocks. We've been looking at steel. We kind of, I personally missed gold just because I was focused on other stuff. But steel, energy, and then a couple names that we typically wouldn't be trading. But one thing I wanted to ask you about is you're mentioning how all of these different markets are related, and you're looking at all of them to find to give you a picture of what's going on. How does like GameStop and AMC fit into that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, these are classic short squeezes. They've been happening forever. They get more attention now because there's just more noise, and it's like cute, like David versus Goliath. Oh, the hedge fund. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's really what it is. Glorified gossip at best. Malicious at worst. But I mean, whatever, it's short squeeze. There's irresponsible shorts in a position, and they're getting squeezed the hell out. So what? It's been happening for 150 years. And they're little. These are small market caps. They're not. There's no systemic risk implications based on a couple of hedge funds getting squeezed. Not a big deal. It happens every day. Just you don't see it in the news. right? You'll see it in the derivatives market, but it doesn't hit the news, it doesn't hit the tape. Sometimes it does after the fact, like, you know, some hedge fund manager is going to make a YouTube video crying or something like that. Like that happens, and then you're like, oh shit, I remember that. That was you. That's right. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes you find out, sometimes you don't, but it happens every day.
Yeah, you take a sip of coffee after that. Love the realism there. Okay, JC, I want to walk through some of these tweets. Like I said, I was going to. Oh, this stupid chart. Okay, ASML. What are we looking at here for people that might be new to technical analysis?
So, dude, this is a $275 billion Dutch semi. Beast. Like, I don't think people understand what a beast this thing is. So needless to say, it's a really important stock. I think it might be the biggest semi or one of the biggest semis. Anyway, I think it's the third largest company in the Netherlands. And I just see a really clean uptrend from those lows last year. It's touched that 4 times, 5 times. The more times the level is tested, the higher the likelihood that it's going to break. It hasn't, to be clear, and it could certainly go up. The trend here is still up. I think we just made a new all-time high over the last few days. But we have a bearish momentum divergence and a very clean level at 600. So if we're below 600, I think we can be short.
So hold on. When you say bearish divergence, and we have RSI down here with this arrow, what do you mean by that?
So I'm looking at a 14-day relative strength index, which is a momentum oscillator. And as the prices are making new highs and momentum is making lower highs, that is what we refer to as a bearish momentum divergence. If you look over to the lower left, last February when ASML made those highs, right? And last February it made those highs in price. Look where momentum was. You can put an arrow showing lower highs in momentum, showing that bearish divergence right before ASML literally got destroyed. It got cut in half almost. So anyway, we're seeing the exact same thing now. And that's what we're pointing here to. So again, it all means nothing because it's only a potential divergence until it breaks and confirms that. But we only want to be short ASML if it is below 600. Above that, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, Luke's here. He said he wishes you were on every day.
So
we all do. Yeah, what's
up, Luke?
Okay, all right. We got Bitcoin here.
Yep.
Walk us through it.
Yeah, so Bitcoin classic top, call it a head and shoulders top, call it a rounding top. Everybody has different names for it. The bottom line is it's a distribution pattern. When you look at tops throughout history, a lot of them look exactly like this because tops take time, right? It's a distributive process where the institutions are dumping it all to the bag holders, right? It's like, here you go, bag holders, you can have all of mine, right? And then when there just aren't enough bag holders left, that's when prices really collapse, right? So at this point, you're looking at around 47,000. That was support. So as long as that held, that was like the 600 equivalent of ASML. So as long as ASML is above 600, it's fine. But if it breaks, now you got one of these on your hands, and you're going to go to the next level of support, which is 30,000, which were those lows here in January, which are key Fibonacci extension levels. So is this level that broke also here, by the way, that 46.47. So the market really, these are it's funny. I don't even have it labeled, but those are the levels. You can do the math. It's on my hat. You do the math. The levels are right there from the 2017 highs down to the lows. If you extend that, the 161.8% extension is this support here where this held and this held. And the 261.8% extension is where this support held, and then broke.
Let's just illustrate that for everybody. And I do want to point out that my analysis was strikingly similar to JC Perez's. That makes me feel good.
Look at those charts. I mean, there's a few too many lines for my taste, but I see what you're getting there. The same shit as me. Yeah, of course. I mean, just classic. I mean, listen, Edwards and McGee were writing about these patterns in the 1940s. This is like 80 years before cryptocurrencies existed, and it's the same patterns. You know why? Because markets evolved. We've got the decimalization of stocks. We've got new asset classes, crypto this, NFT that. But at the end of the day, the one constant is you and me. And it's just people are crazy. And supply and demand and sentiment is what drives prices, regardless of whether we're talking about ExxonMobil or RCA Radio back in the day and General Electric or Tesla or Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's all the same thing. Letters and math.
Beautiful. All right. On to the next one.
So anyway, let's finish with that though. By the way, so the point is we're in no man's land in Bitcoin.
You want to look at Bitcoin?
We're below overhead supply of 47,000. So if we're below that, we're below overhead supply. Like there's no reason to own it. And then if we're above 30,000, then you can't be short, and we're literally right in the middle. So there's not really much to talk about here. Like we're bumping our head up against, you know, levels, and then we're holding above other levels. Like you want to trade this range, God bless you. Not for me.
Okay. What would you be looking for? Is it just getting over that 47
Oh,
level?
that's it. I don't care about anything else. If it's below 47, I want nothing to do with it. If it's above 30, you can't short it either. And
Okay.
it's right in the middle. So there's, you know, what are you going to do? There's nothing going on.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and Dog with Toupee says BTC is in no man's land. Accurate. All right, JC, what else are you watching right now? What can I pull up on the chart?
What can you pull up on the chart?
Or we can also just take picks from chat. I mean, how often do you get to ask JC Perez what he thinks?
Pull up the XLF.
Here, let me I don't know who drew these. Must have been producer AB. All right, what are we looking at?
You see the XLF on a daily chart. Okay, zoom out a little bit. Zoom out all the way to 2018. So if you take the high from 2018 all the way down to the low in 2020, right? That was the entire correction, top to bottom.
Wait,
and you extend that, and you extend that 161.8% of that entire move. You know what it gets you to?
Wait, we're doing Fibonacci.
We certainly are, and it takes you to the exact highs that we saw 2 weeks ago in the XLF.
Okay.
To the penny. Literally, to the penny. Hold on, is it literally to the penny? Because
yeah. I mean, it's to the tick.
38.26, dude. To the penny, to the freaking
okay.
Penny. It never comes that accurate, but it does happen. So to the freaking penny. Okay, fine. Oh, great. So 800-year-old Italian math says it should stop going up here. So show it everything. No, it's not like that. So now, what are we seeing since that high, where it literally kissed that level to the penny? $38.26. You see what it's doing ever since? Zoom in now. Zoom into the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So what do you see? I see a classic bullish pennant. Do you not?
Yes. I deleted it, but yes, I do see a bullish pennant.
Right? I mean, it's as clean and classic as bullish pennants get. Am I wrong? Right. However, no. My friends.
Okay.
There's always a however.
Yeah.
The book says that these things should resolve in the direction of the underlying trend, which obviously is higher.
Yeah.
What the book fails to mention, or most books do, is that if this pattern does not resolve in the direction of the underlying trend and instead resolves lower, that is the signal. And that happens quite often, especially when they've hit key Fibonacci extension levels. So if that were to occur and the XLF resolves this consolidation lower instead of higher, this market's in big trouble.
Okay, so that's kind of the like from failed moves come fast moves kind of thing, or is that more like if it breaks out and then it goes down?
No, it's just this consolidation has to resolve higher. And I've seen more charts than most people will in their entire lives in one morning. I've seen a lot of charts. Mm-hmm. This one stinks of a breakdown.
Oh man, XLF has been my gravy train for a while.
Dude, when you wake up in the morning, you can smell that bacon downstairs. Like, somebody cooking breakfast. Like, this is what that smells like. I can smell pork products burning.
Oh shit. Oh no, the pigs are about to get slaughtered. Okay. So XLF looks like it's about to have a failed breakout here.
If you're below 38.25, I think you're short. I think you're shorted. Short the banks. Why not? I mean, I'd rather be short the NASDAQ and small caps because they're just a lot more relative weakness there. But I certainly would not be long banks. I mean, these are the targets. You know, feed the ducks, feed the narrative, give the people what they want. They want bank stocks. You can have them.
So okay, let's look at ARK next, the like one of the flagship ARK ETFs. But Cameron is asking why. Oh, well, JC is taking us all the way back to 2018, and we're using our Fibonacci retracement tool to tell us, okay, what is the optimum price target, or the first optimum price target, which is 1.618, which I believe if we put just JC on the screen, you'll see that on his forehead. That's like when you get a nice big breakout from the previous high because you anchored yourself there. That's a big, awesome move. And JC looks at a lot of charts, and he's saying once we're up here and we haven't broken above it already, it's probably going to be a trap. Did that seem like a pretty good summary?
I think, listen, all of these are potential. None of it. The beauty of this market is that I don't know what's going to happen next, but the best part is that nobody else does either, right? All we can do is like, oh, technical analysis only looks at information from the past. Like, well, if you can get me information from the future, I'd be happy to take a look at that. So if there's like some like database that I could download future information, I'll be happy to take a look. So for us mere mortals that are stuck with information from the past, which is by definition all information, then we can just, we got to think about, I've been through plenty of cycles, right? I've seen plenty of tops, plenty of bottoms, a zillion cycles. And I don't know what's going to happen, but my suspicion is based on the weight of the evidence is that this is going to resolve lower. I want to be prepared for that, and I want to be short stocks. And if that's what I think is going to happen, that's great. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. If we break this consolidation lower, it confirms my thesis, right? So that's what we're waiting for confirmation. If you already want to be short, have a ball. As long as we're below 38 and a quarter, I think you can be short the hell out of these banks.
Yeah, and
you can't.
And guys, one thing, like all the time when we're talking about all these fancy patterns that we draw, it's not the pattern doesn't matter until the stock moves in the direction you expect it to go, thereby confirming the pattern. So JC is basically saying if this thing gets confirmed to the downside, it's going to be a big one. One other thing, we've had Sylvia Bellrock on a few times, and she pointed out that if you see something getting overbought like really consistently, that you're eventually going to sort of get weakness in her experience. So that is, just something to think about. So let's look at ARKK. This is just pure growth.
Yeah, but isn't it an actively managed fund?
That's an actively managed fund.
So it's hard, because it's not pure supply and demand, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
Be careful with that. So for me, I'd rather just do the analysis on the components, to be honest.
What's the biggest holding? Is it Tesla still? Let's see what's driving What's driving ARKK right now, guys?
I mean, listen, you're looking at $100.
I think there's a lot of Coinbase in there now.
Listen, on the ARKK, if you're above $100, it's fine. If you break $100, it's big trouble.
All right, there you go. Okay, so let's look at XBI. What is XBI? Is that materials?
And XBI is biotech.
Okay.
XBI is the equally weighted biotech ETF.
Okay, so we've been seeing this pattern a lot since the growth to value shift. Thoughts on this, JC?
Yeah, as soon as they hit our upside targets in February, we sold it because that was the 261.8% extension of the entire decline in 2015, which was the end of the last bull market for biotech. And then we went nowhere for half a decade, and then we just broke out again last year, right? So when you take the 161.8% extension of that, it takes you to 120. That was our initial target. Then we consolidated for several months, and we bought the breakout in November back above 120 with a target of 166. So as long as we got there, literally got there and immediately reversed. As soon as we got there, feed the ducks, see you later. And then we recently put on a straddle, just selling volatility towards the end of this decline because the juice was so out of control. They were just giving money away. In fact, our target was hit 2 days later. They were literally giving money away. So we sold premiums there and took in some income.
Wait, so where did you anchor your Fibonacci for XBI?
2015 highs.
Okay, 15 highs. So right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lows right here?
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's how that works, guys. All right, excellent. What else do you guys want to look at? Yeah, clout culture. Yes, of course you can ask a question.
Yeah, I got one more. I got to hop. I got a meeting right now, but yeah, I'll do one more. What do you got?
JC's a busy man. Let's get some stocks.
Let's go.
Oh no, here I'm gonna go. This one's for me, guys. Home builders.
Man, homies look vulnerable AF, bro.
No.
Dude.
Is it because of lumber
vulnerable
prices?
As hell. Our upside targets were just hit. Needless to say, I don't know if you've noticed as a theme where I keep saying our upside targets were hit. Our upside targets were hit in like so many things: healthcare, financials, homies, so many things. Lumber's now falling apart. Copper hit our targets too. Lumber just started rolling over again. That lumber starts selling off. These homies are going to get crushed. Lumber gold ratio hit our target. Honestly, bro, listen, I got to hop, but I like cash. I like bonds. I like gold. I like shorting stocks. That's
All
it.
right. There you go. All right. Thanks, JC. Thanks for being on. Have a good one. All right, guys. That was JC Perez of All Star Charts. God, I kind of felt like I was running drills for the football coach there. It's kind of cool.
Big sports
guys,
guy today.
Yeah, sports are the theme today. And there's the URL. Check out All Star Charts. He has a great class. I gotta say, a great intro to technical analysis. Michael always coming in with that good XLE. Also, what is it? Is there a US dollar ETF?
There's a
You guys know
couple. Let me
start
find
with
out.
a U. US dollar ETF.
I don't know if they're ETFs, but they're like there are ways to...
There's an Invesco one. I know that.
Okay.
So Invesco dollar bullish. Yeah, and it's not leveraged. What is the ticker? UUP.
UUP.
Because it's going to go up.
Regarding the house, I know lumber prices did start to fall, but there's a lot of worry with interest rates, and if there's like a lot of pressure on the housing market. So I don't know if people are just expecting a downturn in new houses being built or what, but I do know lumber prices, at least last time I checked, had dropped a little bit from their highs.
My dad is a contractor, and I asked him about it. Thanks, Miles. Thanks for coming around. And I asked him about it, and all he did was just start like bitching about lumber prices.
About lumber.
Yeah, he just started bloviating like on the phone, like, God damn, lumber prices can't get a piece of wood.
You go to Home Depot and one sheet of plywood's $19.
Exactly. All right, guys. What day is it? Is it Wednesday?
Thursday.
It's Thursday, baby. That means it's almost the 3-day weekend, guys. We got one more show tomorrow. Are we doing Friday Fun Day tomorrow?
We might do a Friday Fun Day from Hot Sam's.
From Hot Sam's, so we might be going out of the office. I might be leaving my apartment for my monthly sun exposure appointment. And we're going to go to Hot Sam's and get some bow ties. All right, Benzinga bow ties. Thank you guys so much for your picks today. And thanks, guys. Yeah, UUP, Brandy, Jan, you guys nailed it. Thanks so much. I like UUP. I mean, look at what it's done every time it's hit this level before, or at least in recent history. And honestly, JC Perez is the freaking man. Follow him on Twitter if you want to just get started there.
Yeah,
take his
All-Star
class
Charts on Twitter.
All-Star Charts. Check him out. What's up next after this?
We have the Benzinga Crypto Show.
Crypto.
Catherine Ross, Aaron Thomas,
Catherine
and Logan. Are Logan Ross and Catherine Ross related?
Yeah, they are twins.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Super weird. They're from different parts of the world too, which is crazy. Catherine Ross is Russian, I'm pretty sure.
Incredible. And
Logan is not. He's probably the most American-looking person I've ever seen. if he was traveling abroad to like Spain or something, everyone in the airport would be like, Americans. Whatever the hell Europeans say about us. No offense to Europeans.
I feel like he could be like
us,
some sort of like a Swedish or something.
No, that boy American. That boy is American. That boy is white socks with tennis shoes American. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching Get Tactical with us today. It was JC Perez of Elbow Golf of All Star Charts. And as always, producer AB. the youngest man alive. Just countdown about 8.5 months until his frontal lobe is finished developing. And I am Neil Hamilton. Follow me at Neil's Tweets on Twitter. Happy
Stick
trading,
around
everyone.
for Crypto Show, Zinger Nation, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll get technical, as always.
And smash that like for both shows.
Both shows.
YouTube.
Not just this one.
Yeah. Spread,
See y'all.
share the love. All right. Bye.